Playing from Chromebook_0F41.
Good morning. Well, it's afternoon over here though. Morning. Welcome to the Mat House. Good morning. Or should I say bon dia? You're most welcome. How do you live? It's me. I'm not sure what that means. Sorry. Hola, Lorin. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Good to hear. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna give it 2 or 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to ask you, at least 3 or 4 of you to join me on stage. Oh, okay, there's one that wants to join already. That's good.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm good. What about you?
I'm fine, thank you. Nice. Thank you for asking.
Where are you from?
London.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's my dream
Sorry.
place. It's my dream place too.
So what I'm going to ask is a few more people to join the conversation, because this is going to be mostly exchanging opinions. So that's what I would like to do. So
Can you teach me how to when we speak in front of other? I like fumble too much. Like errors. No, I know what I have to speak. What I should to speak, but words not come in my mind. Eventually, the thing is, can you tell me how to overcome this fear, or you can say how to overcome this habit?
well, I'm not a speech expert, so I really wouldn't know what to say. But I
Can you get
mean,
my point?
maybe it comforts you that the fact that you're not native, it doesn't really matter, because we're not here to judge whether you are 100% accurate on what you say, but rather than participating and learning from your mistakes. So I think you can gain confidence from the fact that you don't need to feel that you have to be perfect.
No, I don't want to perfect, but the thing is, when I speak in front of anyone, like I have been prepared for my interview. When I speak in front of other, I hesitate a little bit. Na, words not come in my mind. I know what I have to speak, and I know also the words vocab. But the thing is, when I speak, words not come in my, my tongue and my brain instantly. After that the
Well,
speak
yeah,
is
that's
over.
because you're
I
nervous.
think that the thing
That's
is
completely normal. I mean, that happens to to anyone, even in our native languages. So I think that's more of a thing, your personality. Um, and obviously, well, if you add to that that you're trying to speak a language that is not your native tongue, that may add an extra pressure to it. But honestly, I don't know how. I'm not a psychologist, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to tell you, uh, because
little
most
bit
people
any
say, "Oh,
tip
take a
you
deep
can.
breath," or I don't know. But honestly, it doesn't work for me. When I'm nervous, I'm nervous, and you just have to overcome it, however you can. Mm,
Any tip for
yeah.
me, or any something new for me as a
But
beginner.
okay, well, but perhaps this talk is going to help you, because I'm going to invite a few more people to participate, and then I'm
Yes.
going to ask you a few questions related to the topic that I brought today.
Okay, 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 ma'am.
And you can try, and if you feel uncomfortable, you can feel free to
No, no,
leave
no, no.
as well.
It's okay with me because I want to build my confidence too in
Yeah.
front of other.
Okay.
Hello, Marina.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Good afternoon.
Good
Hello.
evening, China.
Yeah, good evening for you. Yes. Akira, こんにちは。こんばんはかな、そちらは。ああ、メイソン、こんにちは。ああ、来てくれてありがとうね。
She don't know English.
Yeah, sorry, I
Which
was just
language do
saying
you?
hello to a friend of mine. Sorry about that. Okay, hello everybody. So, oh, someone else on stage. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Oh no, nobody else? No. Okay, fine. All right. So if anyone else want to join, feel welcome to press the thingy, the hand button, because we need at least two more people. Okay. Well, if nobody wants to join, we can start right away. Okay.
Shall we start?
Yeah. Today's topic is cultural appropriation. I don't know if
Okay.
you guys know what that means.
Culture, about culture or
Appropriation.
what is the meaning of appropriation?
So when you appropriate something, you take something without asking permission.
Appropriate.
So you take something for your own use, usually without permission. That is to appropriate something. And what we're going to discuss here is the ideas of cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation. So when do you appreciate a culture and when do you appropriate a culture? I'm going to read the definition given by Wikipedia about cultural appropriation. It is the inappropriate or unacknowledged adoption of element or elements of one culture or identity by members of another culture or identity. This can be controversial when members of a dominant culture appropriate from minority cultures. So, taking into account this definition, can you think of any examples of cultural appropriation?
Hi, Marilla.
Yes.
Maybe my listening English is not so good, so I guess you can open the subtitle. It's helpful for me to understand what you say.
Okay.
It's a little difficult for me to understand you.
Okay. How do I do that? Let me check. Microphone, camera, mirror flip, on stage, filter, wishlist. No. Captions. Oh yeah. No, whiteboard files. No, that's not the one. I don't know how to do it, honestly. I don't. Do you know how to do it? Because I don't know.
Sorry, I don't know too. I just see in other live stream, I can see if they speak something, it shows the subtitle below your screen.
Yeah, I actually can see subtitles. So I don't know why you're not able to see them. How was Black Panther? You mean Wakanda Forever? I haven't watched it yet. Well, okay. So, well, I don't know. I'm going to try to speak slowly.
Okay.
This is a C1 level event, so that's why I was speaking like I would normally do. But I could slow it down a bit for you guys if you don't understand what I'm saying. I can do that for you.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah,
So
it's
what I
better
was
now.
okay. So what I was saying is that we are discussing whether someone appropriates a culture or someone appreciates a culture. And what I said is that appropriation is usually when you take something without asking permission and for your own use. And appreciation is when you feel that the culture that you are talking about, you admire it, and uh, you want to somehow um, show that it's valuable for you or for, well, whomever. So what I was hoping that you could do is to think of an example of cultural appropriation.
Maybe Zoe. Zoe can answer this. Can you answer this?
What you mean about the cultural appropriation?
Appropriation, yes. If you can't think of any examples, I am going to give you one, so don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, do you all know Katy Perry?
Katy Perry? No.
Well, she's an American singer, very famous. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay, I know. But I don't listen to her music, I think, so
Okay,
I'm not familiar
yeah,
with her.
yeah, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter if you listen to her music or not. Yeah, so basically, she was I think it was MTV Music Awards, and she wore a kimono. So you know that kimono is um, a traditional outfit that Japanese people wear
Hurtful.
for special occasions. I mean, nowadays Japanese people don't go in the streets wearing kimonos because it's just not the way it is. And she wore a kimono for I don't know, an award or whatever she was doing, and and people criticized her because of this, because they thought it was inappropriate to wear a kimono in a context that had nothing to do with Japanese culture. So this is what I'm guessing at. Appropriating a culture means when you take parts of a culture and use it for whatever reason you're using it without any context or without any knowledge of what it actually represents. I don't know if
I
I'm clear.
understand what
I
you
got it.
mean.
So, like, what was your question again? And hi, by the way.
Hello, hello. So yeah, what I'm saying is that it wasn't a question really. I
Mhm,
was explaining. I was given an example of cultural
mhm,
appropriation. And it was the case of Katy Perry wearing a kimono for a show or for whatever it was she was
mhm.
doing at the moment, uh, and that was inappropriate.
Hmm. Well, for our culture, can mm,
Because because just think about one thing. Normally, cultural appropriation it's comes from a place of ignorance because people tend to stereotype countries or people. And what would be the stereotype of someone from Japan? Oh, okay, a geisha. But that is absolutely wrong. So she took she took that garment out of context and used it for another reason that was completely unrelated.
Mm.
So that's what cultural appropriation is. So you like, for example, if I was wearing right now a Chinese outfit,
Hmm.
and I don't even speak
Hmm.
Chinese, I don't know anything about Chinese
Hmm.
culture,
I think it's
uh,
okay.
and my talk is not even about anything related to China, that would be inappropriate, and someone from China might feel offended.
I don't.
Isn't that
I
right?
don't think so. I don't think so. I can.
Why?
I personally, I'll think it as some sort of appreciation from another foreigner instead of sort of insulting or
No,
misusing.
I'm not. No,
Uh-huh.
no, no. Usually, people who appropriate culture don't mean to insult anyone.
Hmm.
They just do it from a place of
Yeah,
ignorance.
I said I don't think it that way, like either. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine.
Hmm.
But take for example Halloween.
Hmm.
People dressing up as a Mexican person with the sombrero and the mustache and
Hmm.
the poncho. Uh,
Oh,
that is totally wrong. That is not what Mexican people are.
but they think they are, so like a
Yeah, that
Mexico might find it like culture in appreciation. That's what you're trying to say?
no, that's appropriation. Is not appreciation.
Oh yes, I'm sorry about that. Appropriation.
Yeah, that's basically making
Hmm.
fun of Mexican
Yeah, make
people.
fun, yeah, out of them, but like I think it's fine. Like so, like you're asking our uh threshold of like being mad at or like being
No,
amused
no, no,
with.
no. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. I mean, everyone is
Mm,
entitled to their opinions.
so
What I'm
so.
saying
Mhm.
is that some people may or may not feel offended by this.
Yeah.
It depends on the person, obviously. I'm
Yep.
just trying to teach you the concepts of appreciation and appropriation.
Uh,
I mean, my opinion has nothing to do with it.
oh, like you're asking. I mean, so like you were explaining it, and I kind of like totally get it. So.
Yeah, but I
Mhm.
mean, what this is about you talking because
Mhm.
this is
Oh,
like
sure.
a
Okay.
conversation.
But
So
like I
yeah, I
can't
don't
think of
really,
any
I
like
don't, I don't,
examples.
I'm not imposing my opinion on anyone because I think that's inappropriate.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just want to get you guys talking,
Hmm.
uh, because I think this is what this is about. I mean, this is
Hmm.
C1 level lesson. So for either of you who are preparing a C1 exam and need to practice their speaking, that I thought this was a good topic,
Oh,
a difficult one at that, to help you, express yourself and so on.
okay.
So
Thanks for the
what, yeah, what,
explanation.
yeah. So what I have, uh, it's well, a couple of questions. And then I have a little bit of vocabulary that I want to show you. Maybe you already know it. Maybe it's good.
Sure.
It's a good thing to review it. Um, so one of my questions is taking into account the fact that I mentioned
Okay.
Katy Perry wearing a kimono
Hmm.
in a context that had nothing to do with anything related to Japan.
Hmm.
What do you think an artist could do if they are inspired by a minority or a different culture and they want to show appreciation and not appropriation of it?
Well, I do think wearing their clothes, it's one of the way to like show their like appropriation and appreciation, like both way. Because like in my opinion, so like for the Chinese sake, if let's say if Katy Perry was wearing a Han some clothes from Han Dynasty, which is kind of our traditional costume, I like I don't think most of the Chinese would be like offended. Me, I personally wouldn't be. So that will be so like wearing our clothes. It's one of them. Yeah, that would be my 2 cents.
Okay. Um, Anybody else has anything to say about this? Like a way an artist could contribute to appreciate a culture?
How to do, Marina?
Hello, how are you?
My point of view, I think maybe maybe that create something new in the culture. No matter Japanese culture and whole world culture, I think we can combination together, right? And integration together. So
Okay.
I think it's innovated. So
Mm.
no anyone any people think is like a culture appropriation. Innovate and then create a new culture, so I can resolve the problem and solve the appropriation. And I have one example about appropriation in
Okay, yeah. Okay.
especially like still pop music. I don't much know about Katy Perry, but I
Yeah.
know the one controversial singer in America.
Oh, who's that?
She is he's a rapper. It's Post Malone. A lot of people say he's still the black African American, the hip hop culture from
Mm-hmm.
them because the music, everything like like a copy.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
at the same
Yeah.
time, he has very different style. No matter his singing, no matter he the hip hop style, and everything he made it the masterpiece. I think maybe a little change, but still have a combination together with the pop music and the hip hop together. So I think it's like a innovated, like
Mm-hmm.
create a new thing. So
Yeah.
this thing is a very controversy. So it's very hard to define it. Even that a lot of people confused. Even I confused. I listen a lot of music, a lot of song, but still I'm confused. That's true. It's like culture appropriation from another entity, another minority nation. So even I'm confused. So
Mm.
yeah,
Okay.
I need someone a more opinion about it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I wanted to give you an example of a band. The band is not famous or anything, but it's called Deep Forest. And what they do is to each album, they play music from different countries. And how is this appreciation? Well, they actually work with people from those countries. So if one album is dedicated to Brazilian music, they invite Brazilian musicians to participate in their music. So inviting someone from that culture or getting advice from someone from that culture, or even uh, making reference to the culture when you are actually uh, giving tribute to it or appreciating it, that is the way that you can make someone know that you're actually appreciating them and not mocking them. I'm not saying you're mocking them because probably you're not trying to do that, but usually fans are very sensitive about this, and they usually okay, why did you do this? And they're very quick to judge others because, well, they don't know that the other person didn't really mean to be offensive or whatever the reason. So what one example I have of appreciation is this band called Deep Forest, and they actually yeah, I think they actually wrote the soundtrack of a Japanese movie, and well, they actually worked with Japanese people, and the only song that is is sung by a Japanese singer. So I think that is a way of appreciating a culture. Yeah.
Certainly. So do I. I think that's true because we just respect the culture from any country. So I don't think it's an offense or insult the culture from another nation.
Okay.
So
So
I approve. Yeah.
okay, so I'm going to ask you a few more questions, and then I'm going to show you some vocabulary, and then I'm going to show you some situations, and I would like you to tell me how would you react in those cases. But let's start with the questions. How big of a problem do you think cultural appropriation is, both in fashion and in other areas?
I mean, just stealing the culture, the 100% copy, and without any copyright. So I think that's illegally. I think it's illegal and kind of a little bit of cultural appropriation. So I think that it's inappropriate behavior. So yeah.
Okay, but well, let me just clarify something. It's not illegal. It's just the way people act.
It's not.
One may agree or not, but it's not illegal. There aren't any laws about
Yeah, I
appropriate.
second that. Um,
Yeah,
and mhm. Could I have a say on this?
of course.
So, uh, if like someone from the other culture background claim that they got something from our culture, I'll be like really mad about it. That's
Okay,
my like bottom line.
okay.
Mhm. So basically, so like what Sing Sing said, if they do it like even they copy it like completely, but with even a shred of, let's say, innovation or creation, that's fine for me.
Okay, okay.
So there
Uh,
gotta be new stuff. Oh, sorry.
yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like I said before, you're more than welcome to express your opinions. Uh, that's what I want, actually.
Okay.
Okay. You must say copying is completely legitimate because that's how businesses start when they add their own touch. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Mm,
I mean, business is business, right?
yep.
Crazy world. I totally agree with you. It's personal interest to choose a culture from other countries. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. So, well, taking that into account, how could you appreciate a culture you're not a part of? In your opinion, obviously.
If I like it a lot. So like for the Western country culture, I like American TV show or British TV shows.
Okay.
I like those cup culture or like the Miranda. What was it again? Like anything you say would or said or do like will be something like that. I like those vibes. And the food like I like cheeseburgers.
Who
Yeah,
doesn't,
something
right?
like that. Yep. And I'm Cantonese. I eat everything, but like I like cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so like if I like that culture, I could like it like very much. That's basically answering your question, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Thank you. Anyone else has anything to add?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm agree because yeah, I'm agree too because I think it's a simple appreciation. So it's not big problem. I think very small problem in the reality.
Mm-hmm.
Even now, I'm not really thinking about it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
seriously, and I never have a sentimental heart or some overthinking I just think it's a very simple thing. If you appreciation something, I just love it. I just like it. I enjoyable. That's it. Yeah. Not
Okay.
any
Yeah, if you like admire it,
travel
you
thing.
admire
Yeah.
it. Like, I don't have any like problems with that.
It's
Okay.
a kind of small problem. Yeah, I think.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is to read you a few statements, and I'm going to tell you which word I would like you to try to describe in your own words. And if you don't know what it means, I can tell you. So the first one is oppression and exploitation of some cultures have been going on for centuries. So the word here is exploitation. Do you know what that means?
Exploitation. It's like explicitity.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So exploitation is
From Chromebook_0F41.
sorry, that was my my home thing. Sorry. So exploitation is the action or fact of treating someone unfairly in order to benefit from their work or from what they do. So
Oh, like it.
if you
Gotcha.
exploit someone, you abuse their work for your own benefit.
hmm Yeah, I think I learned that were from something about like capitalist.
Yeah, yeah, it is sometimes associated with that.
Oh,
Yes, absolutely.
yeah. And games, like playing video games, you got some like account banning reason for exploitation.
Ah, okay. Oh, well.
Yeah. Didn't see that coming, huh?
No, really, I wouldn't have thought it was related to gaming. Oh,
Yep.
I never got banned from any games or whatever. Okay, anyway, that's the meaning of exploitation. Okay, I'm going to read the second one. Is objects of a spiritual significance in one culture are not considered as such by other cultures. So the word here is significance.
Yeah, important, like essential, essence. What?
Do you know what it means?
I do.
Can you try to explain, illuminate
Oh,
us all?
so significant. It's like really. So basically, it means really important, but like it's like standing out, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. So in this case, yeah, spiritual significance. It means that, like spiritually speaking, it is important or representative of them. So yeah, cool. All right. Next one is due to ongoing globalization, some people consider all cultures their own. And the word is ongoing.
Like ongoing. Oh, we use it that often that I don't know how to explain. Like it's like in the process.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. Like it's something that is happening. It's happening at the moment, lately,
hmm
recently.
hmm
Okay, yeah, so that one. Okay. Next one is members of a dominant cultures or identities often show ignorance towards minority cultures or identities, and the word is ignorance. This one is easy, right?
Yep. Like I'll be of ignorance. I don't know that.
Ignorance. Okay, so we can go to the next one. Each culture creates its own narrative. What is acceptable for some people can be inappropriate for others, and the word is narrative.
Yeah, narrative.
that mean the people mind. That mean the people have a narrow mind can never open the mind and they keep inside. Maybe the narrow. More
Oh,
discretion about a human character and maybe something like a verb, you know.
Yeah, but in this case, that is not the meaning of narrative. Basically,
Like a saying.
yeah, a narrative. Yeah, basically, is what you are saying is
Yeah.
it's your message, what you're
Mm-hmm.
communicating.
Yep.
Is a representation of a particular situation or process in such a way as to reflect or conform to an overarching set of aims or values.
Like it's
So
so
it basically,
common.
your narrative represents what you think, what you believe in, and etc., etc.
I'll just stick with what I think. Like the meaning. Like,
Yeah, that's
like
fine.
these
I mean,
these are
yeah, your
like
reasoning
these
is
are
correct.
like
I
these
was
are
just
all the
expanding on
common
it.
words to
All
me.
right,
So,
and the
uh-huh.
last one is appropriating other people's work is very common nowadays, and the word is appropriating.
Like it's right. I think it's right.
Yeah. Like appropriated. That means you're doing the right thing. You're doing as a lot of things. A lot of people approve. I think it's a very, very normal word in the reality. Yeah.
Appropriating
Appropriated.
means like right or something.
No, appropriating means to take something that is not yours, usually,
That one. Oh, okay, like
yeah,
the big
that
one.
one, yeah, for your own personal use or whatever. So
Yeah.
it doesn't only apply to a concept like appropriating a culture, but you can also
Mm-hmm.
appropriate someone else's properties or belongings. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
okay. So that would be all in the vocabulary spectrum. So what I'm going to do now is to read you a few scenarios, and I want you to decide whether they are cultural appropriation, and if they're not, discuss and tell me in what way you think these behaviors are unfair. So the first one is many people dress up as members of other cultures, for example, for Halloween.
I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm okay with that.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
is everyone okay with that?
I mean, they could even do stupid things to mocking our stereotypes. That's fine by me.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Anyone else has anything to say or has an objection?
Overruled.
I mean,
Okay,
I
fine.
mean,
Okay, I'll go to the
yeah.
second scenario then. Although yoga is a spiritual practice in India, many people do it to be fit.
Since I'm not Indian, I'm also okay with that.
Okay, it's fair enough. Okay, next one is in the 19th century, white actors commonly wore blackface to play the roles of black characters. Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh.
wow, that's sensitive here. Like,
Yeah,
could we
that
talk
is.
about it?
That is. Yeah, that is. I may be banned from Hello Talk for today.
Ooh, wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, for me, I personally don't really care about that. Like, I mean, they could do the same to me, but like in at that time, some Chinese might think it's offended, like, cause we don't have those, I don't know, kind of confidence to like ignore that or just laugh with them.
Hmm.
Because I do think when you are confident enough, you could just handle any kind of mocking. Because when you're strong enough, like you could just consider it as consider others mocking as some sort of, I don't know, respect or just some sort of incompetent struggle. or like against us, something like that. That's my point. I'll elaborate a bit. So me personally, I'm a Cantonese, so I got really strong accents in my Mandarin, but like I don't really mind or care about like the other people's mocking about my Mandarin with strong a thousand accents, because I think I'm confident. Uh, that's my
Okay.
point.
Yeah. But yeah, that well, this is more related to what with what the situation was in America by the 19th century,
Yes.
because black people weren't allowed to act or to perform or to
工
do
长买
anything basically because they were slaves. So that it is not
行，
cultural appropriation, definitely not, but it is
Nope,
it
我
is
给你支持，我给你买吗？
it's true. Yeah, I know. Like in that
yeah.
background,
So
like in that scenario.
yeah, yeah. Okay, another scenario is Scarlett Johansson, who is not transgender, was supposed to play the role of a transgender man.
Uh, well, like I said, since I'm not like one of those LGBT group, like not from them, so uh, I do think they are like overreacted.
Yeah,
So I
I
think it's
mean,
okay.
yeah, I also think it's okay, but someone from the community might get probably offended because of this. But well, to each their own, as we say.
Yeah.
To each their own. To each their own. It means that anyone is entitled to think whatever they want to think. Yep, each their own. I'm writing it down. So if you want to know, this phrase is basically you're entitled to your opinion, so it's totally fine. Okay, so another scenario where restaurants with authentic cuisines use recipes developed by chefs from other cultures.
If it's bad,
Okay.
yeah, fair enough, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, me living in London, I do agree with you because
Yep.
food here is rubbish.
Okay.
And even if you want to go to a Japanese restaurant, people working in the kitchen are not Japanese, so
Well, yeah, gotcha.
yeah. So it's
Totally
kind of like,
gotcha.
what?
Yep.
Can I get some real
Sesame
food,
chicken.
please? Yeah. Okay. And the last one is one of the reasons Elvis Presley's music was so popular with a white audience and what made him rich was that they had never heard this type of music before. But Elvis drew inspiration from black music, which was not the mainstream back then.
Still appropriation. I think it's
Mm,
okay, but like,
yeah. Who
given
doesn't love
that,
Elvis, right?
hmm I'm sorry, what?
I mean, who doesn't love Elvis, right?
Yep, like one for the money,
Yeah, one for the money. Yeah, that's right.
two
That's
for
right.
the show.
He's a
Okay, guys.
pioneer. He's a folk music pioneer. Yeah. So
hmm
we learned her very much.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know much about him, but like I still like his music, so
Hmm.
and he's like way like before my age, so before my time, so
Yeah,
I think
well, before
he's
my
good.
time as well. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I think he's a
Um,
real artist. Yeah. I mean, he's a real artist like Jim Kelly and Fred Astaire. So I will respect her.
Fred
And
Astaire. Oh, you know Fred Astaire. Oh, wow. I'm
yeah,
surprised
in
you know
front.
that. Oh, wow,
Because I
wow.
saw the movie a lot of time in the 1950 before. So
I'm
I also
singing
know
in
the
the
Jim
rain.
Kelly film, Sing in the Ring, and
Yeah.
American in Paris, and the Top Hat, the everything
Mm.
about. See,
Hey.
Artists.
although Elvis is not born in the golden Hollywood time, but I think he is
Oh, yeah, the
pioneer.
golden
Yeah,
era.
Golden Girl.
like a lot of British people in the Hollywood before in the Charlie Chaplin, the Lawrence Oliver,
Oh,
the
okay.
Cary Grant, the
Yeah.
Litchi. Yeah, there's very they are legend. They are
Oh my God. You all those people. I'm
yeah, like
surprised.
average. When
Yeah.
you're talking about average
In a
size,
good
so
way.
maybe I'm a kind of nostalgic people, so it's made me remind a lot of things. Yeah.
Nostalgia. Yeah.
So maybe a lot of
I,
memory that come in my
I
mind.
wouldn't say I'm one, but like I'm kind of a big fan of Celine Dion. So
Oh my God.
yeah.
Oh boy.
So
Yeah.
Divine's
I know.
fine. Yeah,
Celine Dion.
the technique is always
Well, she's a
beautiful.
great singer. I won't deny that.
Yep.
She's a great singer. Okay, guys. I think from my side, this is all I wanted to say or discuss. If you guys want to add anything or talk about anything else, it's totally fine by me.
And what brings you here then? It's just a simple question, like what brings you here? Because I'm kind of like jumping in the middle of it.
Oh,
Sorry if you.
what brings me here?
Yep.
You mean here, Hello Talk,
Yep.
or
Yep.
here where?
Here, hello talk.
Okay, because yeah, that's a good question. Well, basically, I'm learning Portuguese,
Okay.
and I also speak Japanese. So I like talking to Japanese people, and I like to well, I like being able to improve or learn new words. I mean, I've been learning Japanese for a very long time, but I still feel that sometimes I'm not able to express my ideas the way I would like to.
Oh, same
So
for me for English.
yeah,
So good for you.
yeah. So yeah, that's the main reason, and obviously to help people with English and Spanish whenever I can.
Wow, like
So yeah.
so many languages.
Well, yeah.
I tried before to
I
learn
love
some new language like a Greek and Greek and Spanish, Latin language, I think, and some Germanic, German. I tried before.
German. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But the grammar is kind of different. But the German a lot of vocabulary from the English, so I think
Easier, not easy.
Easier, not more.
just need to take time.
Oh, what's going on here?
So from the Claudia.
Good day.
How do you
Hello?
do?
Привет.
Привет. Привет.
I am first time. Yes.
This is your
Oh.
first time.
Open channel.
Okay. Yeah. We were wrapping up anyways. The guys just asked me the reason why I'm on Hello Talk. So if you guys want to tell me your reasons, that would be
I just want
lovely.
to be chill. I like because like in daily life I'll have to wear my work face like all the time, all day long. That like I just want to talk to people with like as a
That's
real
fair.
me. Let's say like I don't have to worry about this or that at all.
Okay, that's commendable. Oh, he left. Okay, goodbye. Okay, guys. I think I'm just gonna wrap up and say thank you for joining me today. I hope you learned something from today's lesson, session, whatever you want to call it, and I hope you can join me some other time when I talk about some other different topic. Actually, tomorrow I will be talking about FOMO. So if you want to join me there, I'll be happy to see you again and see new faces as well. Thank you so much for your
Thanks
input
for
and
having
for
me.
talking. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Marina.
And yeah, Yeah, no problem. I really enjoy doing this. お疲れ様でした, Mason. See you soon. All right, have a nice day, evening, night, whatever it is that you need to enjoy today. You too.
Have a good day.
Well, bye-bye,
See you another.
everybody. Bye.